Hello and welcome back. I nearly screwed up the intro. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Imperator Rome. Now, I'll be brutally honest with you, I have been playing this game a little bit off camera. I've played a tiny little bit as Carthage, tried to expand in the Iberian Peninsula, and, well, relatively succeeded. And I've also played as Macedon, and that game went really, really well. But now in with Macedon, I'm a little bit stuck. This was like an hour and a half with both, I think. Actually, it was like an hour with Carthage and like two and a half hours with Macedon, just to learn a little bit more about the game and you know, practice a little bit, if you will. And yeah, it's been quite enlightening when it comes to, well, everything: alliances, warfare, diplomacy, all the sorts, and also specifically trade. I've delved quite a little bit into that, and character interactions as well, and also scorned families. That was like with Macedon, that got rid of it. The problem got rid of itself immediately, pretty much. There was only one scorned family I really had to deal with. But yeah, as far as Rome is concerned, this is very different indeed. So let's give Stipendis to him. Now I do need to pay 50 scrolls for that, and that's still not enough to make him a not scorned family. That's alright. Okay, we can invent something. Oath of Brotherhood, Army Morale Recovery. Omen Power plus 5%, that's pretty good. Humane Conduct is okay. Fabricate Claim Cost decreased. I'm not going to do this yet because I have some claims already. So we're not doing that yet. National Tax plus 5. Yup. Learning on the job, and yeah, let's go with National Tax plus 5. There you go, so now we've invented a thing. We also have an unused trade route. Let's get that going. So leather, nah. Salt, surplus and capital, army maintenance cost minus 5. Yeah, from the Gaelic local power of Lingonia, they will accept. Sure, let's do that then. That seems well good. I'm also interested in increasing my stability because I think that increases like tax and all of these things basically, right? I'm pretty sure it increases all of them. So how do you do that? You do it here, right? Sacrifice the gods. For that you need religious power. There's a big debate right now on the, well, that's a relatively big debate on Facebook right now, the Imperator Rome group, about mana points. So this is basically, for those of you that don't know, mana points is this here, right? Everything, civic power, military power. This is just, it's nothing real, it's nothing tangible, right? These are just influence points that are generated by arbitrary things that don't really exist in the real world. Whereas manpower and cash, oh boy do they exist, right? So it's tangible stuff that's realistic. From the Hellenic city of... yeah, sure, I'll do that. These things, however, don't. They're completely arbitrary and made up. So the problem now arises when, essentially, what's happening now is the entire game is more or less dependent on arbitrary things that don't exist, right? That's a problem. Personally, I hate it. I genuinely do. I never talked about this before because I felt like it was a bit too controversial or a bit too unpopular of an opinion, right? But I said, well, look, everyone else is playing the game and nobody seems to be complaining about this. Oh, why would I complain? You know, just leave it be. It's fine. And it is. It's by no stretch of the imagination anything that's you know, hindering my enjoyment oh so terribly. No, it's not. It's really not. However, Sabina, now we're going to attack them. We're going to go with Julia. Sabina we're going to attack next, I believe, unless they have like many allies. Defensively with them, truce with them, alliances. Umbria and Picentia. So Picentia is the guys up there. That's no problem. That is no problem. So you have what? Like, I would reckon 8,000 men, and you have what? 9,000? Yeah. So our two armies combined should be able to take care of both of those. If led properly, which they will be probably. We'll make this decision in a second after I finish my sentence. So, the point being, I've played, like, CK2 is less reliant on this. This is why CK2 is my favourite Paradox game right now. And I think realistically always was. Well, ever since I've learned to play it, and I've learned the ins and outs of it, right? It's somewhat reliant on prestige and piety, but not really, right? Religious conversion, cultural conversion, military, all of those things are not reliant on arbitrary powers. They're reliant on the capabilities of your leader and the socio-economic standings of the provinces that you control, right? And those are real, tangible things that you can influence with money, with conquest, with, you know, with other real, tangible things. Makes sense, right? In EU4, the tax base, or the amount of tax you get out of a province, is set at the beginning of the game, but ultimately is based on arbitrary things like how much bird power you put in it. Right? It's not so in other grand strategy games, and it's not so in other 4X games. In Mana Points, someone argued, and this is a... this came up as a... I think I'm gonna go with this, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that, why not? So the thing is, there were some laws as well that I could enact, weren't there? Local diplomacy, decisions, trade overview, character, mercenaries, economy. Maybe national overview, right? No? Decisions, probably? Neither that. Interesting. I really don't know. There were laws I could enact, right? Or am I completely out of my mind? Well, who knows? We're going to reduce fort maintenance, and we should probably reduce army maintenance as well, because that's going to increase our income quite a bit. But we do want this army to be retrained and all that good stuff. So, yeah, let's do that. I could have sworn there was a tab with laws somewhere. Those stats show traditions. Generic tab. Is it really called March of the Eagles? Ah, come on, give up on that game already. So the province of Lucania is rebelling. Alright, we'll deal with it later. Here's the thing. We have a minuscule navy, don't we? I might want to build a few ships to it. Oh, and do boarding tactics, because we're Rome, of course we're going to do boarding tactics. Alright, 3 ships ought to do. I just want to get it ready to fight pirates, mostly. They're prepared for that. Now, scorned families, how on earth do I get rid of this? Because I was looking into ways. Essentially, one of the ways to do that is to give them jobs, right? So how do I give you jobs if there's nothing to do? Like, this is one of the things that really annoys me. But at any rate, to go back to my original discussion, we were talking about that, and it came up as an article, or a game journalist made this somewhere, or I think I'm not sure if it was a journalist, but someone made an article on a website about this, and I was like, yeah, this actually clicks with me quite a lot. Now, it is also important to distinguish. I don't hate the the mana points in 4X games. I dislike them. There's a difference. So over the years, I've had quite a lot of fun in EU4, all the way up until they push the mana points to such a ridiculous degree that they are now the be-all, end-all, right? Nothing else matters. No longer is manpower a thing, no longer is money even a thing. It's just Monarch points, be-all, end-all. You do everything with Monarch points, and it's been getting worse and worse over the years, right? But up until the latest few patches, which again I don't dislike them, I'm just having more fun with other titles, right? Point being, I've had fun with those games. I've had quite a lot of fun with those games, but it wasn't because of the mana system. It was in spite of the mana system, right? And that's, I think, very, very important to realize. And it's just honestly, to me, or for me, it just doesn't really work, unfortunately. But hey, what are you gonna do about it, right? Ooh, this is a big war. I don't want to do this war yet. Do I have a claim on... Yeah, I do. Yeah, we can do this war immediately. Mind you, my manpower is a bit shot to shit. If you pardon the language. So, my idea is attack the Sabinians here immediately and siege this thing down immediately as well. They're building a fortress, so we might want to attack this, like, right now. Literally right now. Yeah, I'll take that. Mind you, we have, like, a ton of allies, so I'm counting on these guys pushing north and attacking these people. So, let's just wait for... We have two legions, right? The first and the second. Let's just wait for the first legion to arrive in position, and we're going to attack before January 2nd of next year, because we want to get there before the fortress is finished. Because you know, it'll be quite a detriment if I have to Etruria. We'll declare for the bigger province, I think. Well, doesn't really matter. Nah, realistically, it just changes the war goal because I have a claim on both, so we'll declare for Etruria, actually. Yeah. Declare war immediately. Nah, wait a second. Well, until the army gets there. The maximum bullshit. Oh, I forgot to log off the fucking thing. Sorry. Okay. Hellenistic city of requesting to import wine. Yeah. It's just a load of cash for me, honestly. Okay, here we go. Take Etruria. Yep. And we are at war. So the first legion will immediately attack in this city. The second legion will go and siege the war goal. And they can fight me if they want. Freeman promotion costs. Yeah, sure. Doesn't matter, like, the least important thing out of all that are the bonuses. The cash is the most important thing. Like, we're making 2 a month. And the great thing is, even if their reinforcements arrive, which I think they will eventually, well, if they fight me like this, nothing's gonna happen. But if they were to be a little bit more intelligent, and fight me the other way round with everything joined up together, then maybe, just maybe, they would have had, you know, something. Wait, I'm not at war with Umbria, am I? Yeah, I am. Right, yeah, I am. Well, it's not going to be as easy as I thought. Though, again, I have a stupid amount of allies in the war. Problem is, the AI seems to be a little bit brain dead, which, you know. I'm not quite sure what to think about that, but, you know. Oh well, I suppose, right? Ooh, that's a risky thing to do, because, yeah, that's actually a very risky thing to do. Fall back, don't siege that thing yet. I'd rather fight some of their armies first. Let's also increase the speed 3. The game's performance seems to be disastrous as well. And there's not a lot of things to do in this game for the AI. I mean, not really. CK2 is a lot more complicated, I would think. But yeah, this is like... Speed 4, the game runs terribly. And it's not the setup that's the problem. Which is kind of sad, but what are you going to do about it, right? So they've managed to gather up all their forces, that's admirable. And they come up to, well, not much at all. I'll send the Navy in as well, because honestly there's not much to do. Now that we're just sieging these things. Yeah, they are going to move around a little bit, but I can retreat from the siege if need be. The thing is, I've put them on the defensive, so I'm gonna let them lock their movement first, and their movement is locked. So now we're gonna reinforce the thing. Ooh, murder in the Senate. Okay. So you've murdered a mercantile faction member. With the body of his victim still warm, it is to up to us to decide the fate of the evildoer. Populist. So pardoning him, the consul would lose 10 popularity, but Manius would gain 10 loyalty. And he's not corrupt. He's not that popular. He's relatively prominent. Kinda wealthy. Clapping him in irons would decrease... Yeah, but he would be in prison. Let's clap him in irons. And he was a researcher. Okay. Now, because he was a researcher, let's take a look at... The UI is killing me. Why can I not drag this over here and then just open up the researcher screen and then pick the one I need? Because it's not all the same. I need to figure out who's from which family. And put him up as researcher. Okay, so I'm putting up 7 or 8. 9 would be ideal. Quintus Fabius Gurgus. Culi, Ogluni, Giuli, Marciai, Apuli, Apulei, Valeri, Camuli, Costumi. Ogulinus. So you would be very... Yeah. Let's give you a job, and then... Yeah, there's still a Scorn family, because you have a brother that doesn't have a job. Ugh. Disloyal character, right. Arrange gladiatorial debut. The winner of the fight will be released from prison. Rome pays. Execute him will gain a little bit of tyranny. Banishing him will gain a little bit of tyranny. Are the Curii scorned? Yes, they are. How about I just arrange a gladiatorial debut? Now, who are you? Member of the Nugadi family, populist in Rome, Umbrian, Hellenic. 60% loyal. How's your loyalty doing in general? In Sabinia, loyalty is a maximum of 80. You're in Rome, so sod your Sabinianism. We'll keep him in chains until the war's over, and then maybe we'll need some, what do you call it, like, distractions, yeah? Okay, so we should win this, as is. I would assume. Yeah, because their morale is dog shit, excuse if you pardon the language. That's mostly because they're fighting against heavy Hastati, isn't it? And I'm getting good rolls, and I'm on the defensive. Yeah, so let's take a look at the... Well, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight these 10,000 before they get to Rome, basically. And I've noticed something, and this is sort of why I was practicing, to sort of get a feel for the AI. They love doing this. They love splitting up in 50 different armies and just sieging all of your provinces that aren't protected by a fortress. In doing so, they kill and enslave... Oh, we've won a battle against pirates. Okay. Go back to Neapolis to repair. Sure. Starving population. Yeah, they also starve the population out. And overall, they end up being annoying little bastards. They also enslave your population, and it's just a disaster. However, if you're smart enough, you can prevent this from happening. But it is really terrible when it does. So, considering there is going to be a fight there, let's fight them. Send both the legions in. Alright, so again, they have no heavy infantry, only light infantry. And they're good for sieging, but they're good for little else, as you can see. So even with a terrain penalty, and not the greatest leader in existence, we are still kicking their asses. So yeah, they've lost about half their troops there. We'll send the second legion over there. We'll keep the first. We'll keep the first legion there. Because now they've mostly been dealt with, and my allies are going to siege the rest of this for me. So it's just important that we don't let them cross into Roman territory down here. But it will take a while, this war, unfortunately. Let's go with diplomatic reputation, I think, because we are going to be a bit of a bastard to everyone, so, you know. I didn't mean to execute him. I really didn't mean to execute him. I thought I was gonna get like an "Are you sure" thing, but well, ultimately I'm not against executing him. Okay, so you're really disloyal. Why is that? Mostly because of the scorned family thing. That's okay. And you're really disloyal. I'll make you a friend. But yeah, our tyranny is... ugh. Everyone likes gold. I'll send you 100. Yeah? How about that? No, so it still hasn't taken the 100 gold from me. That's... Oh wait, does the consul have his own wealth? He does. It's not the national wealth. Okay, that's interesting. I think we should embrace an idea of sorts. Morale of armies goes up. We don't need morale of armies or anything along those lines. We need like... yeah, like this. Monthly general loyalty. Well, it's generals. Generals usually aren't the problem. Monthly corruption goes down. Improved opinion maximum goes up. Loyalty of subject states, not bad. Ruler popularity is alright. Ruler popularity. Oh shoot! I wasn't supposed to do that. Shoot! I wasn't supposed. Let me fix my mistake. Yeah, they should match, shouldn't they? Jesus, that was terrible. Okay, I'll pull this army out for now, because they're taking casualties due to attrition. Yeah, let's do it like that. And I mean, we're gonna get quite a bit of territory out of this. And yeah, look at that, we now became the best of friends. And slowly the loyalty will go up. I've also noticed this, yes, they tend to send you gifts as well, if they don't want to piss you off, which, well, I'm for it. I mean, why not? Yeah, keep doing it. Some training grounds. There's only a couple of buildings in this game so far, and it's really simple. Manpower tax, fortifications, and growth, so... Should we convert some of the citizens? Let's convert like that. Nah, there's no need. They're not causing any problems. We can do that later. We need to save up money for stability. The amount of men you lose from sieging is just... There is no supply limit anywhere to be found. How much do the Sabinians have left? They have around... Yeah, there's the number of... Is this the number of stuff they have left? Potentially, right? Yeah, that's a lot of troops, if that's true. Oh, our siege is ended. We have won. Okay. I mean, I'm not afraid of their soldiers. I'll push my advantage. Yeah, I will. Alright. You want to fight? Let's go. Because if you don't, I'll fight you anyway. This is going to take a while like this. You're looking to start a civil war, are you? Swear to God, the Scorn family is going to be the death of me. Because I'm not sure how to deal with them. Okay, and both of the sieges down there have been won as well. Friendship costs. Okay. I'll own a favour to the populists. Yeah, let's because I have no idea what that does. This is purely scientific. That, and I really, really don't want him to be disloyal and start a civil war or something. That would be terrible. Now, Saonia, I'm not at war with. Can you actually attack them? No, you can't. But you can siege Urbinum. Now my allies are going to siege it for me. Okay. I think this war is practically won, but I do want to take out all three of them if at all possible. Mostly because then that opens up the road to Etruria for me. Which is gonna be quite easy. If things persist like this. I mean, how much do they have? They have 27 cohorts, I have claims on them, and they don't have any allies. This is a walk in the park. And also, we're gonna take Corsica, don't worry. Because nobody ever does. Yeah, nobody ever takes Corsica, we're gonna take Corsica. But I've just realised in order to take Corsica, we're gonna need to build up the Roman Navy. Let's do that immediately. All we need to do is we need to take Urbinum, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, all of this is belong to me, right? Yeah, all of this needs to belong to Rome. Now how much is that? That's 57. With gold, that's 60, easy. I will be patient, I will wait for this siege to end, and I want to fight you, but hey. It's funny that troop loyalty never seems to be the issue. You'd expect, you know, Rome to have a little bit of problem with generals and troop loyalty, but no, all my generals are perfectly capable. In fact, they're the most capable in the entire country, and they're all loyal. Kind of, you know... I don't know. Quintus falls ill. Whatever. Plenty of other Quintuses out there. Yeah, heavy. I love the fact. I love the fact that heavy infantry is so powerful, as it should be. Yeah. Plus, we're gonna buff it up now. That's even better. This costs innovation. Oh, sorry. Oh no. What's it called? Civic power. Yeah. We'll keep going with the civic power thing. We'll save up religious power. National commerce income. I think we have quite a bit of commerce income, so I think this will help. Yeah, it's almost as big as taxes. Also want to save up a little bit of money now. Bear that in mind. As we're looking to... We haven't even lost that much manpower, have we? And attrition has eaten up quite a bit, but not that much. Where was I going with this? Yeah, let's get these guys out of here and to, like, Rome. Spread of ISIS. Yeah, we're print screening that. Okay. An Egyptian ship has docked in the perimeter. Welcome the ISIS cult to Rome. Lose 100 religious power. A new character appears in Rome. Up to 20%. What the hell is that? 25% of freemen and citizens in Ostia will convert to the is barred from entering Rome. We lose 10 popularity. Yeah, there is no room for the Egyptian goddess of Isis. We're not going to let Isis in Rome, right? Because when they come in Rome, they're not bringing their best. They're bringing terrorists, murderers, and rapists. And we don't want them in Rome. Thank you. We don't want you here. Go away. Okay, are we ready? Elections soon. Ooh. Oh, you've split up. That's very sad and unfortunate. And get wrecked. Oh, look at that, I even have reinforcements. Okay, shall I wait for like, for a second or so? Not gonna be more than a second, but we're gonna wait to siege this out. Because I think I can do it faster than they can. I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah, we just ate up all that army. These guys are annoying, but they're not going to be able to do anything before I siege that thing, and there we go. We are at 100 war score. So, we will give no quarter to our enemies. Well, no, actually we're gonna do this, because I want to lower our aggressive expansion. And I'm going to do that to everyone. Because we had quite a bit of aggressive expansion. Now we don't. There you go, look at that. Glory Rome. Disloyal characters. Still the one guy. Titles unassigned Praetor. Look at Scorn families against the Postumi. No, Lucius Lebo. Let's go for the best one, Gurges. Philippus. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just going for the best one. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm basing them on capability, not family, so there you go. Oh, this increases tyranny quite a bit, let's not do that. So the militarist faction, this guy, he's gonna succeed, right? I'm pretty sure that's the case. Seek treatment for him. Because, yeah, he's like 57, he's not that old. But he's pretty old. Yeah, new ruler, there you go. Figured as much. Your popularity is not that terrible, but you have great stats. Like, these are amazing stats. I'm looking forward to that. We can invoke an omen. These cost 160, don't they? Instead, why don't we sacrifice the gods? See, this increases our stability. The realm is more stable. We can't invoke an omen, which are super powerful. But we have increased by 5% research, popularity, loyalty to subject states, national tax. And we've decreased revolt risk throughout the country. So, honestly, if that's not success, I don't know what is. And also, sorry about that, I do need to do, like... Yeah, I need to integrate you, don't I? So, opinion 68, opinion less than 68, opinion less than 68. So, we're going to influence you. We're not going to influence you, we're going to improve opinion with you. Yeah, and then we're going to send you a gift, and that should push you over 190, enough for us to start integrating our allies one at a time. Now, next up on the list of things to conquer, we don't have a censor, do we? No, we don't. And we need one. Well, guess who's becoming censor? The best guy possible. So many scorned families. Lucius Postumius, can I do anything for you? That'd be great if I could, like, give you, I don't know. You know what would be really cool? All things can be created by characters when they conquer territory or when they govern them as governor. Hypothetically, if I keep expanding into various directions, wouldn't this just solve the problem? Because here's what's happening, I'm banishing or killing all the other family members of the places that I take. Minus, like, something from the south, but yeah, we're forming Rome, so I'm trying to be at least a little bit historically accurate. Huh. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense to me. I don't know about you. But to me, it makes quite a bit of sense. Hmm. Well, we can also push for Simonian immediately. I want to rest a little bit, though. Let my manpower recover. Also, the game's a bit short, honestly. Like, think about it, the game is short. It ends in like 700 something. And at first I was like, yeah, it's ages, don't worry about it. But no, like, time goes by incredibly quickly while you're doing, well, you know, whatever. And yeah, it's like, you know, it's alright, I suppose, but that's not even the main principal, you know, concern that I have about the entire thing. principal concern I have about it is... What, is that heavy cavalry I have or light cavalry? It's heavy cavalry. I'll have like 2 more heavy cav. Yeah. Make this army bigger and stronger. A manpower thing is... Oh god, the manpower thing. It's fine, it's perfectly fine, don't worry about it. Right, you're next. 27 cohorts. As a sort of principal thing, alliance offer from Etruria. Fuck off, you're next, you just don't realise it yet. Can I threaten war? Can, but it's not going to get me anywhere. But I did it anyway. It starts a war? That's not what I meant to do. It's fine though. It's not what I meant to do either. We have 20,000 manpower, that should be more than enough. As a principle, I don't like starting wars if I'm outnumbered. Which sounds like a great idea, you know, sounds like Logic 101, but here's the thing. I didn't mean it like that. 29 to 27, that's what I meant. I have allies, they don't. I don't count my allies because I don't rely on them ever. Right, because I've been around long enough to know, right? Or to know better at least. Why would I do that? Friends in high places. Muggle faction. Why would I not gain a friend and some loyalty for him? Oh, I've been treated as well successfully. Great. Great. It's not the best CB, but actually it might be the best CB, if that makes any sense, right? Because it's rather simple. I get ticking war score from having it, I think. No, I need the entire province. Alright, never mind. But even then, you know, be that as it may, I'm still, like, gonna get ticking war score for it. They have a fortress there and a fortress there. Everything else is fair game. It's gonna be easy. Trust me, this is not as difficult as you might think. I'm used to Rome 2 Total War, honestly, in this sort of map, if you will, or whatever. And I'm used to Etruria being quite the challenge on Legendary difficulty, because they start off with more men than you do, and they have an infinite budget, so to speak, in most mods. It's just the way the engine works, it's just the game works. The AI mostly has infinite money, you know. Or at least 10 times the amount of money you have, and they don't have corruption and all that good stuff, so... Yeah, like, realistically, they're a bit of a problem. And Rome is just not powerful enough, especially if you get spread out to, like, the south and the north. Yeah. It takes a little bit of thinking, and it takes a little bit of doing. Here, though, it's a little bit more historically accurate in that... Well, they're good, but we're Rome, so go figure, you know. Now, speaking of my allies, yeah, thanks for helping, guys. Thanks for helping. Look at this. Look at this. Amazing. They do, however, the Etruscans, I mean, they do have quite a bit of heavy infantry. Almost as much as I do, so... I mean, mine are obviously infinitely better because they're Roman legionaries. No, they're not. They're not yet, at least. But, hey. You know. It is what it is. What do we want out of all of these things now? I think Omen Power is... quite good. This was up there as well, because... yeah, morale goes up and down quite a bit here. Thing is, 20-something cohorts, which they're not called cohorts, I mean, it's cool, I like the name, but at best they're maniples, right? We're not in that time, they're not cohorts yet, they're cohorts after the Marian reforms. But right now, we're organised in maniples. be that as it may, units, yeah? All those units, are you ever going to put them together? No, maybe, potentially. Here's the thing, I'm going to change commanders on both of these, because now I can. And you're what? 5, 6, 7. Well, these guys are 7 as well. This guy's horribly disloyal. You're never commanding troops. Ever in your life. No, hold up. Wait for them to lock movement. There you go. Now you've screwed yourselves. Because the reinforcements will arrive late. This much is true. However, they will arrive, and when they do, there's going to be a fight there. Why am I beating you so horribly? Because you're utterly, utterly incompetent. Is that right? Yeah, you have a skill level of 2. Okay. Honestly, I'm not happy with the fact that I've beaten you so easily. Because were that not the case, I would have taken more men out of your army. I would really appreciate some assistance, though. All of you are sitting on, like, thousands of troops that are not involved in this war. Okay, I'll fight you down there with the 12,000 and the better commander. And I'll try and catch these guys out here. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. Alright, we just need to win this. This is going to be a... I said it was going to be a tight call. I was going to say it's going to be a tight call. Not really. There is something a lot more important than these individual battles, though, and that's the grand scheme of things. Manpower. 38,000. Ah! Horrible. Horrible, 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 because I have 15,000. I can play around like this for a couple of more battles, and then I'm done. Right, then it's game over. Because I can't reinforce. They can reinforce all they want, I don't have the privilege. But I think... So here's the thing, we might not take all of Etruria immediately. And then again, we might if our allies decide to join in on the fun. But you never know. Yeah, so a lot of their manpower is going to go now. As in, they're going to lose it now. Reinforcing all this, but... You know, if my allies don't help me out, I don't see myself winning this all that easily. Or they're just gonna sod off over there? Also, like, I thought having ships here would block off the island. It hasn't. I mean, if it did, this would have been the most tactically brilliant move that I've pulled off in the entirety of my campaign, or in the entirety of my run. Oh, and by the way, now the allies come in, well, most of them at least. Now you want to help. Now that the war's over, practically, now you want to help. This is taking war score, right? Yeah. So, 13, 13, 8. 14 heavy infantry. Oh, that's... I have a lot of heavy infantry. Not that it helped them, apparently, but hey. God, I am taking my sweet while doing this, though, aren't I? Let's see, what happens if I increase wages to the characters? Does that make scorned families less scorned? Because that was like one of my ideas. No. No, it doesn't, but I think I'm going to keep the wages increased for a little while at least to, Oh, but it might, like, offset the scorned family thing. Maybe, potentially. Let's see. So you're scorned. Loyalty 58. Loyalty changes by 0.2. Ah, because of the increased wages. Okay, I think that's worth doing, honestly. Because it's Jesus! Tribal people request migration. This is going to be interesting. Rome gets 133.24. Sabellian tribesman in whatever moves to Corfinium. Corfinium. Corfinium? Really? Mind you, Corfinium isn't under my control, is it? And there's already a tribal dude there. Alternatively, forced removal to Matrinum. Yeah, let him in. Let him in. Let him in, because effectively what they're going to do is they're going to let me build training camp. Because I do need manpower. Now, this is no small thing. Sod the siege. I'm standing my ground here. I'm standing my ground and I'm sending reinforcements. But I doubt they'll... Ooh, maybe. Oh, God, no, I'm screwed. Oh, God. Okay. Thank you for the gift. It'll go towards building a new training ground. All the men. Now, who's leading this? Is it me? No, it's a general. It's a very good general, mind you. They have everything I have, though. They have a good general, they have more men, they have... Yeah. Yeah, I have slightly more discipline, but not that that helps that much. I need reinforcements. Like, I need reinforcements yesterday. Damn, that was a close fight. And look at their morale. That's like a couple of more thousand men on my side, and that's a one battle. Unless, when did you get there? It's not impossible that they reach it on time. We're gonna go with national manpower boost, because yeah. The stubborn Romans are taking their time losing, you know. Nah. Shame, but yeah, I will fight this. I will absolutely fight that. So there goes the 14,000 left in manpower to reinforce that legion. But have we made a dent in their manpower supply? Not really. Not really. Mind you, they don't really lose manpower because they're the AI, remember? Ah. I'll pull back to reinforce my troops, though. I absolutely will. Alright, tell you what though, I think this is quite enough for this video. We're going to continue the war with the Etrurians next time. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video. I want to stay tuned with the rest of the series. Until next time, have fun, take care, and bye-bye.